はい、こんばんは、べるたんです。今日も FF16 をね、やっていきたいと思います。なんでこんなアングルなんだ？はい。ということで、今回も前回に引き続き、ラストダンジョンの前の、サブクエをね、やっていきたいと思ってます。で、今日ね、新しいスキンだとか、見た目装備などがアップデートで実装されたということで、それをね、ちょっとやっていきたいなと思ってます。で、せっかくこのタボールに来たんだけど、ここで設定できるのかな？どうなんだろう。隠れ家じゃないとできないのかな？ちょっとね、それをね、やってから行きたいなと思ってます。楽しみだね。ここに来て、このクリアした直後じゃなくてよかったけど、このタイミングで、あともうちょっとしかないんだけど、みたいな感じではある。あと、このサブクエ終わったらさ、終わりなんですけど、みたいな。まあでもちょっと楽しんでいきましょう。いや、4週目はね、さすがに、ダウンロードコンテンツが発売されたら、リリースがね、分かったら、おさらいみたいな感じで、4週目も、日本語とプラス英語字幕みたいな感じでやろうかなとは思ってたんだよね。だけど、どうしようかな、スキン。で、スキンはどこやってやるんだ？システムかな？ちょっとその辺もわからないんだよね。スキン。グラフィック、これか？違うな。これはじゃない。これじゃない。これも違うね。オニオンソード。はい。受け取った。オニオンソードはもらいました。ここじゃない。装備かな？とりあえずオニオンソードをもらったので、めっちゃ弱い。見た目装備をしないといけないんだね。ステータス。わからないな。ジャーナル。これは違う。これも違う。やばいぞ。全く調べてないからわからないな。お任せ装備。お任せアビリティ。違う。これをやって、整頓決定。ここではない。ここではない。やっぱり一回帰らなくちゃいけないのかな。なんか、始めたばっかりの時に、隠れ家がどうのって書いてあったんだよね。ちょっと行ってみようか。これは全然関係ない。システムじゃなさそうだもんね。ちなみに、カメラの固定を切っておいたので、またちょっと、見た目が変わる、プレイの感覚、見た目が変わるかなと思います。言語設定は関係ないアイテム。一旦ちょっと帰りましょう。一旦ね、ここに。ここで何かが変わってるのかな？手紙に新しい手紙が届きました。協力者で新しいクエストを受注できます。なんか変わったのかな？
You be careful up there. But if you happen to snag your britches on anything, be sure to bring them back to me. I'll get them patched up right away.
待って。とりあえず手紙を、新しいクエストがあるらしいから、手紙を。よいしょ。はい、手紙ね。時には休息を。トルガルとはゆっくり過ごせたかい？あんたとトルガルは長い間離れ離れだったから甘えたいのに我慢してることもあるかもしれないね。 忙しいのはわかるけど、たまには構っておやりよ。そうだね。ノースリーチ、今回もクライブのおかげで解決したわ。いつも本当にありがとう。愛する家族、友人、そしてこの町を守りたいという気持ちがみんなの心を一つにした。頼るべき国がなくても、人々の立場がそれぞれ違っても、思いが合わされば大きな力になる。今のノースリーチなら、また青く光る魔物の脅威にさらされても、もう、戸惑ったり、混乱することはないと思う。私たちの力でこの町を守っていく。で、あとは、ルボルね。俺はこれから出張として、自衛団と支援団をまとめていく。出張かな。ベアラーの俺を受け入れてくれたみんなに、恩返しはしたい。そして町を守ってくれたクライブたちにもだ。ダリミルでのベアラーへの意識が変わるのが、まだまだ時間がかかるだろう。町を守っていくために解決すべき問題も山積みだ。だが新しい世界の実現はそう遠くないと俺は信じている。一日で空が最も暗いのは夜明け前というものだから。よかったね。寝室ね、思い出の品ね。それはいいんだけど。どうしようかな。どこで買えればいいんだ。ググらないとわからないかも。ちょっと待って。お洋服を買いたいだけなのに。もう一回見よう。何か忘れているのでは？ステータス画面。特にないはずはないんだけど。これは違うでしょ。見た目装備みたいな。ググります。ちょっとお待ちください。クライブ君見ててください。装備の変え方。まさかそんな分かりにくいとは思わなかったな。FF16 装備腕でダメが変えるの。コスチュームと武器を変えるやり方。アレテストーンのコスチューム変更で行う。衣装の変更や武器の見た目の変更は、アレテストーンのコスチューム変更から行うことができる。なるほど。よし。っていうこと、アレテストーンってこれかこれだ。これか。全然使ってなかったから。コスチューム変更。コスチューム変更では、キャラクターの、衣装を切り替えることで、見た目を変更することができる。また、クライブは装備している武器の見た目を、これまで入手した武器のものに変更することができる。いずれの場合も、見た目だけの変化でステータスに影響はしない。よし、クライブ。イフリートになるんだ。なかなか面白いね。新鮮な感じが。ジルね。かわいいね。ちょっと雰囲気が変わるね。プルガルも変えておこうね。ちょっと。で、アンブロシアも変えましょう。で、武器の方ね。これオニオンソードにしたいんだよね。今これ使ってるのね。で、使えない弱いオニオンソード。これ。本当はお父さんのね、エルヴィンのやつにしようかと思ってたんだけど、まあ、オニオンソードがあるというのなら、オニオンソードちょっと使ってみたいね。こんなたくさんいろいろあったんだね。パパのはどれ？これか。しばらくはオニオンソードで頑張ってみましょう。完全浮いてる。よし、行こう。いいね。シドの隠れ家の、シド一味の、ロゴが入っていて、全く忍ぶ気を感じられない。もう、隠れる気ゼロ。 これを着ている以上、あ、指導一味だ。指導じゃんみたいな感じになるね。よし、行こう。タボールにいたよね。確かね。よし。あー、楽しみだね。どう？お、ジョシュア、なんかさらに痩せた感じがする。トルガル？トルガル？あ、いたいた。トルガル。かわいい。こんばんは。派手な装備してますね。今やっと変えられたところです。この指導一味だということを全力でアピールしているこの装備。素晴らしいですね。もう隠れる気が全くない。俺は指導だぞというのを前面にアピールしている。はい。ジョシュア君。ジョシュア君、後ろイフリート感、イフリートじゃない。フェニックス感が出てるね。不思議な布が使われている。あれかな、光の関係でこう色が変わる系のやつかな。こう縦糸とね横糸が違うみたいな、そういうやつかな。はい、行こう。
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from father?
Yes, I have it here.
すごい違和感。
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
昨今の情勢から鉄王国との戦は避けられそうもない。だがドレークブレスを取り戻したとしてロザリアから黒の一帯の脅威が消えるわけではない。早急に計画を進めなければ。しかしもはや一枚岩とは言えぬ今のロザリアではこの施策をわしの代で完遂することはできないだろう。後を継ぐ者に大きな責を残してしまうことになる。だからせめて現太后そして父としてお前たち二人の支えになる遺産を託す。
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals? To see centuries of common wisdom overturned? Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
ね、国政を変える前に なくなってしまった。この異彩放ってるオニオンソードやばいね。やば。シリルシリル
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
これクライブが行くんだねっていう。まあでもシリルがね、きっと心を開いてきてくれたんじゃないかな。こういうよくわかんない お願い事もね、してくれるようになったから。はい。かわいい。シリル、外で会うと顔色悪いなと思うけど、ろうそくの明かりで血色よく見える。
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
すごいとこいるね、女子は。あ、で、カメラをね、こう変えたので、カメラの設定をこういう感じで、結構ね、ぐるぐる動けるようになりました。だからカメラワークが少し変わると思います。受付手法のこっちね。で、コネクション、聞き覚えあるのに意味忘れてしまった。そうね、コネとかよく言うけど、まあ、改めてって言われると、なんだろうね、つながりとか、わかんないね。正確にって言われちゃうとね。これは玉ねぎの匂いしそう。玉ねぎを切った時の、こう、成分が切った時に出そう。
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
よしよし。さてと、おばあちゃん。
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Yoshi, 取りに行こう。
The griffin your father meant to slay is currently nesting in Titan's Wake, not far from here. Slay it in his stead, and claim the Heartstone that he could not.
よし。オニオンソーダで玉ねぎを切ったら涙また話やばいことになりそうだね。ゴディサ見た目よりもアクティブやった。ね、結構やんちゃさんですね。よいしょ。ここにもいっぱい教団の人
The
が。
Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why, not so very long ago, a society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
これフラグでは？続編のフラグでは？魔法クリスタルを返さなくても使えるの？あれ？すごい重要なことは喋ったね、この人ね。シムルが追いかけてるってことは見つかってしまう可能性もあっただろうに、すごいよ。本当だよね。
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
そうね。行くよみんな。ジルドも一緒に出かけたいんだけどな。ジルのやつもやらないと。どこだって？こっちか。これね。ジルと出かけるにはジルのイベントをやらなくちゃいけないから。よいしょ。それも先にやっちゃいましょう。今日これ終わったら。 次はジルのエピソード。アムロシアも呼ぼう。アムロシアかっこいいね、アムロシア。おー、これもなかなか、これはロザリアの紋章だね。いいじゃん。もう完全にもうクライブのアムロシア。ここまで堂々とロザリア、そしてクライブの堂々と指導感を表してる指導一味の紋章2つ。もうこれをやっちゃったらもう、あれよ、もう忍べないよ。もう忍ぶ気もないんだろうね。かっこいいね。おー、おー。写真。こうね。写真。ダメだ。いいアングルない。ここじゃちょっと無理だね。よし、行こう。あ、こっちじゃない。ここに行きたい。こっち。このタイミングでジル連れ歩くことできたのかな。多分、ジルの、エピソードが終わればいけるはずなんだけど、もう最終局面だからジルを、あれジョシュアがジルのこと言ってなかったっけ。よいしょ。だからそのジルのやつをやればできなかったかな。よいしょ。いたいた。
There it is. For House Rossfield.
一旦はい。よし。よいしょ。はい。よいしょ。はい。よいしょ。おっと。いける。よいしょ。あ、なに？おー、ソルガル。みんなの戦いを見たい。おお、強いね。あ、痛い。あ、強いぞ。ちょっとあんまり遊んでられない。はい。よし、いいぞ。あれ話しちゃった。ちょっと今ジョシュアがそういうことしてた。強い。トルガル。はい。おっとっとっとっとっとっと。怒ってると。やめろ。はい。いない。よいしょ。ちょっと当たり方。はい。あ、ちょっと死ぬぞ。吹っ飛ばされすぎ。死ぬ。まずい。はい。よし、トルガル。ジョシュアはどこにいるんだ。あ、よいしょ。ジョシュア先生の炎いけ。埋まっちゃってる。ワンチャントルガルのイベントをジルと一緒にできたのかな。あ、いや、それはどうなんだろう。ジルと一緒にはできなかったと思うけどね。まあジョシュアと同じような感じで一緒にできたとしても、あそこで待ってることになるんじゃないかな。遠いよ、遠すぎるよ。はい。よいしょ。ご了していくところ、それそれ。 痛い。よしよし。強かった。
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
さすがにあそこはトルガルと2人きりか。うん、多分ね、あそこはトルガルとしか行けない。小舟のところでね、置いてきぼりになると思う。あと他にやることはこれね、これはタボルね。こっちはなんだ。風の三獅子、あ、これね。ちょっといけつかないおっさんのところに行かなくちゃいけないんだね。まあでもあの人はああいう喋り方だけど、あれバイロンと仲がいいから、まあそういうタイプの、でもいいやつなんだろうね、きっとね。頭もいいし。これ違う。こっちじゃない。こっち？こっちか。これね。はい、取ってきました。
Oh, thank the founder you were safe. The griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
はい、シムルーと呼ばれる魔物の体内で長い年月とかけて生成される真紅の宝玉。太鼓エルヴィンが2人の息子に送ろうとしていた腕輪の宝飾に使われるはずだったもの。はい、どうぞ。
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria. I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
いい人
I
だ、ご
remain
じ
your
さ。
faithful servant, my lord.
話し方、あれ、あの人ね、バイロの、知り合いというか、友達というかね、話し方鼻にくるんやけど、実はいい人ってのも出るからね、そうね、誰か強制してあげて。もうあそこまで育っちゃったら無理だと思うな。そういう話し方しかできないんだよね、きっとね。女子はサイズ合わないからもらうだけもらったのに。いや、後でつけるの
The
よ。
bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
Onion sword の異彩が。
He's waiting.
オニオンソード。早い段階でシリルと会ってたなら、シムルグの追跡もシリルに任せてたのかな。そうかもね。できることなら、でも、こう、マストの、なんて言うんだろう、課題じゃないからさ、多分もっと他にやるべきことが多分山積してれば、そっちを先にやっちゃうよね、やっぱね。でもこれ最後だから、まあ、ね、こういう、で、あとシムルグが出てきたっていうのもね、人里に降りてきたっていうのもあって、発生したっていう、まあ、解釈ができるかなと思うね。シムルグはあんまり人里に降りてこないって言ってたからね。でお墓、ジルも連れて行ける。いやー、どうだったかな。ジルも、でもジルがいても多分蚊帳の外だったような気が。どうだったかな。今、隠れ家に帰ったら、なるほどね。ね、多分、今のタイミングで、シムルグが出てきた。ジョシュアに話して、
Father awaits us atop Hawk's Cry Cliff,
ダ
Clive.
メだね。
And he never did like to be kept waiting.
トルガル。多分ジョシュアがイベントを発生させないとダメだからジルとはいけないかも。2人だけだね。よし、アンブロシア呼ぼう。アンブロシア、これロザリアのチョコボだからね。ここまでまず行ってから折り返す。よし、行こ
う。Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
エルヴィンもいろいろあったんだね、きっと。なんか今さりげなくすごいこと言ってたもんね。ちょっと見逃しちゃったけど。お母さんがなんだって。
It's just back there.
なんとなくタイミング次第で見逃したイベントもあったのかななんて思った。どうだろう、大体はもうやってるはずだけど、あえて見逃してるイベントが1個だけありますけどね。この格好で来ちゃった。尿騒動。クライブ清掃してくればよかった。
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
トルガル。
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
よかった。よかったけど、この衣装。パパもびっくりしたよね。随分と、なんていうか、異彩放った衣装で来たねっていう感じだろうね。トルガルも随分変わったねって、きっと思ってただろうね。切ない。ところでクライブ、そのマントの紋章は何って思われてるかも。ロザリアじゃないのって。ここは今何にもなさそう。戻っていいね。ミドに報告するか。それとボグラと市場のやつもある。あ、これはやっちゃいけないのとやっていいやつがあるな。一旦これをやって、あとこっちもやらなくちゃいけないんだね。おー、いっぱいあるな。でもあんまり、で、一旦戻ろう。ジルのあれが初見ジョシュアは兜をずっとかぶったりするのが時になってた。いや、多分それはない。頭の形的にないと思う。あれかぶれないと思うんだよね。エルインはちょっと頭がちっちゃかったのかもな。小顔だったのかも。よいしょ。よいしょ。で、新しいクエストも来てる。で、思い出の品にパパの兜が追加されました。よし。 で、手紙が来ていて、あ、ジルのことで。来たね。最後の戦いが近づいているからなのか、このところジルが気を張りすぎているように見える。彼女が何か一息つけそうなことを僕と兄さんで用意できないだろうか。相談したいから僕のところに来て。もうジョシュアはこのサポート力何なんだろうな。
If Joshua was worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
クライブよりジルのこと見てるんだけど。もうね、クライブはね、いろいろと頼まれ事をしたりとかして忙しいからな。昔兄さんが話してくれた言葉を思い出した。人にはそれぞれ使命があり、僕はドミナントとして国を担うこと。ナイトである兄さんは僕を守ることが使命だと。今の僕の使命は何があっても兄さんを守ることだと思ってる。逆転してる。兄さんの選んだ道の先には父親の願った世界もあると思う。だから僕も兄さんと共に歩く。ジョシュアのこのさ、手紙がさ、遺言にしか見えないんだけど。ジルー。
What's on your mind, Claire?
かわいいね、ジル。最後の戦いについて。はい、
Somewhere in the...
あ、ごめんね。うん。
I know.
一回話しかけよ
う。And so for now?
もう一回話しかけよう。
Somewhere in the back of my mind.
よし。
I know.
女子はクラブと共に歩く。そう、決意がね。そうなんだよね。
And so for now? Right.
ジル、早く一緒に行こうね。ジョシュアのあれやらないとジルが一緒に来てくれないからな。あほっ。それからカローンのところにもう少しお金を落としてあげないと。
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up.
よし。ポーション。
You'll not find a better price than that.
決意があるからこそクライブが目に届かないところを見ようとしてるんやろね。なるほどね。クライブが見えてないところを代わりに見てくれている。いいよ。
Courage, Ifrit. I await your word.
ジョシュア。
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive? I can't say my travels ever took me back to Man's Hill. I'm curious to see how it has fared.
よし、行こう。さてと、なんかちょっとこう、英語版だと兄弟で悪巧みじゃないけど、してる感じが、雰囲気が出てる感じがするね。で、4秒クライブと呼んでくれても本当にいいのに。 まあディオンはね、あれよ、イフリートって呼ぶのが親しみの証だから。
Ready, go?
Go!
Faster!
Fast! まぬいのが地下。これって、でも、あれなんだよね、多分、このイベントがないといけるのかな。いけるはいけるのかな。ダメだね。残念。
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
あそこの城は誰の城だろう。ここから見える。あれがロザリアだね。ということは、ポートイゾルデかな。こんな感じがする。これポートイゾルデ、そんな気がする。で、ロザリアがミストとソラザロ街。ロザリアどこだ？ロザリア行けないんだな、ここからじゃ。よし。違う。一回お家に帰って、でも位置的にはそんな気がするよね。でもね。
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
フーゴのとこは今頃さら地やからね。フーゴのところ。どこのお花が咲いてるところはあるのかな。
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen ourselves haven't gone bare.
Yes, but how long will it last?
いや、立派、本当に。
This should tide us over until the new moon.
みんな張り切ってね、こんな広いとこ作っちゃったからな。いや、遠すぎて見えないから。あ、そういうことね。いや、そこは違うでしょ、さすがに。
A few more of these, and the Deadlands will seem less dead.
よいしょ。ちょっとお聞きしますよ。
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she'd kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
雪月花ってリアルでもあるのかな。月見草なら見たことあるけど、なんかツイッターで、見たところの情報によるとあるらしいですね。
The winds that blow across the Royal Meadows from Oilerfeist Bay are strong indeed. Strong enough for snow daisies, it seems.
雪月花というのはリアルであるというふうにどっかで見たような気がする。私も知らないんだけどね、雪月花。でも花は似た感じだったような気がする。よし。ミドに報告しようかな。この流れで。よいしょ。ちょっとずつね、終わらせていかないと。いや、このオニオンソードすごい異彩放ってて好きかもしれん。もう一周回って好きよ。世界観ぶち壊しだけどね。はいおもちゃみたい。かわいい。
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
はい、2つね。
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0. And a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
よし。この材質わかんないよね、オニオンソード。不思議だ。不思議な材質で作られている。
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
そう、どっからでも、あ、シドだってわかりやすいしね。こんなもん持ってるのシドしかいない。はい。みんな、歯車ちょうだい。
Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
素直な子たちだ。いい子たちだ。本当に。すくすく育って。楽しみだね、将来が。はい、ありましたよ。ミドの髪型？あ、ちょっと横なのがね。確かに、真ん中じゃないんだね。あえてなのかな？おしゃれか？
Well, did they have it?
はい、歯車。
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place. Well, you just wait and see. That should do her. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
もらったね。模型を。ミドからの模型をもらいました。
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
ここなんかシンプルだったね。日本語だと結構長い文章になってるけど。首をどっちかに傾けてるとどっちかに寄ってくよ。なるほど。へえ。あんまり中心から離した髪型とかしたことないかも。まあ、あとくるってやがるともう訳せるかな。そうか。なるほどね。実に若々しいね。そうね。あれやっぱりミドがさにとってさクライブはお兄ちゃんみたいな存在だよね。シドお父さんほど年は離れてなくていいお兄ちゃんだよね。年を重ねていくとどっかで妥協や諦めとかしやすいから気をつけないと。子供の時の心をね失わずにやれるのはいいよね。これはなんだ。あ、石膏。あ、忘れてた石膏。はいはい。
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
ごめんね、遅くなって。
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
まあこれは普通に適性を認めるにしておこうかな。こっちが多分まあスタンダードな方だと思うから、多分こっちの方がねセリフも多いと思うんだよね。
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you. Sid, I wanted you to know. I will be taking personal responsibility for Ember's combat training. And I will not let you down.
さて、エンバーが石膏見習いになりました。よかったね。ガブだけじゃね、 こう手が回らなくもなってくるから。エンバー話し方変わるんだ。全然途中でさ話遮っちゃったからね、さっき間違いで。初めはめっちゃ堅苦しかったのに、ナザルと二人きりの時まあまあフランクやったなるほど。結構いい関係性築けてるみたいだね。よかったよかった。各地ね、一人ハルさんのとこで本読んでばっかりの人いる。適性がね、石の剣じゃなくてそっち方面だったのかもね。インテリの石の剣っていうのも必要かもしれない。そこそこ戦えてめちゃめちゃ知識あるみたいなね。あとはアザンブレイクに行こう。早く行かないと。一旦ここでセーブして。よいしょ。はい。で、セーブして。50個までだからね、セーブがね。よいしょ。で、あれノースリッチだよね。で、ここ白銀の君、ここだね。一緒こう。
And how might I help the garrison today? Oh, what have you got?
The garrison did away with posting guards here at the wall. Now any man, woman or branded can pass freely.
よし。さて、こっち側だからこっちから出た方がいいね。もうこんなここに指導ですよっていうねアピールをしながら。
The Duke has pledged to work with the people of Northreach to rebuild the Empire.
Better late than never.
I told the dame I would take the largest residence in Northreach, yet she outright refused my coin. Some nonsense about having enough space for everyone.
あ、こいつ外にいたやつだね、マルシェの。あの女性和解すると手のひらくるこの人ね。まあうまくいくならなんでもいいんだろうね。
Carla, the dame needn't worry. I am a man of my word, and I fully intend to keep it. So overzealous was I in my desire to see the Empire restored that I lost sight of what was truly important.
考え方変わったの。
The citizenry.
こんなに簡単に変わるものかな。すごいね。アンブロシア。我が物顔でロザリアのアンブロシアちゃんがこっから行けんのかな。よいしょ。やー、はい、ジョシュアのチョコは結構シンプルなチョコ。うん。話し方はご賢治の頃から抜けないようだそれは仕方がない。よいしょ。ここだね。アングロシャドウ近くまで。この辺。あれリスキモーデはリスキーモーデは
Straight home now.
こんなところにいたらジルとイチャイチャできないでしょ。悪いが死んでもらう。お前に恨みはないが。こんな危険なところにジルを連れてこれない。はいはい。 痛い。やめろ。はいはいはいよしよし、いいぞ。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。はい、よし行け。みんな今ですよ。痛い痛い痛い痛い。はい、行け。はいはい痛い痛い痛い痛い。やめろ。はい。すぐに逃げるんだからこいつ。だから嫌なんだよ。死ぬぞ。死んでしまう。痛い痛い。ダメだ。ちょっと相性が悪いな。よし、いいぞ。あ、違う、これね。痛い。やめろ。なんだ。痛い痛い痛い。はい。よしよし、ピヨッとな。よし、行くぞ。違うよ、そっちじゃない。それがある。今こそ。よし、ずいぶん削ったな。すごい、さすがスーゴ。鎌振りますの反応しにくかったな。そうなんだよね。結構ね、大変。相棒に頑張ってもらおう。いてトラップがあんまり効かないかも。痛い。行かないか。遠すぎるな。痛い。やめろ。はい。死の王子やってなんとなく中二っぽいな。確かに殺されそうだけどね。死ぬマジで。痛い。よしよしよし、ピヨッとな。なぜそれがある。よしよしよし。まったくこんな危ないやつ。こんなところにジルを連れてこれない。まったく空気を読まないんだから。この辺だよね。もうちょいこっちかな。この辺かな。違うか。海の方だったよね。あれだ。よいしょ。ここから降りられるクライブ。よし。まだ敵がいる。こんなところにジルを連れてこれない。もう誰もいない。はいはい。あれ、はい、あれ。よいしょ。誰もいないところに切りかかっている。なんで。はい、いで。キントリアと鎌を振り回すんだって知れた。はい。わかった。トルガル。
What do you see, boy?
ぽい。お前鼻がちっちゃうだろう。
Let's hope this is the last one.
いいんですけど。いいんですよ。はい。よし。シバー。ちょいで。おっとっとっと。よいしょ。クライブ。あれなんかすごいスカるんだけど、なぜ設定変えたからかな。なんかスカるね。こんなに。よしよし。あ、やろう。封印してたけど。はいはい。早くジルに会いたいからな。よいしょ。はいはいはい。よし。タコ殴りタコ殴り。はいはい。痛い。あ、間違えちゃった。よしやれ。ちょうどクライブすごい吹っ飛ばされてたけど。はいはい。どこ行った？どこ行った？あ、まだいる。あれ今夜は焼肉だ。美味しいのかな。いい肉だといいんだけど。モンスター美味しいのかな。よかったよかった。鼻に被害がなくて。
But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
女子は本当にいい子やね。ほんと。いい弟。ミノタウルス菌は食用に向いてるか知らんけど。いや、美味しくないんじゃないかな。なんか、シチューとかね、煮込めばいけるかもしれない。
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
お膳立てだけして。パーティーメンバーが更新されちゃった。
You needn't worry about me, Clive. I doubt Jill would appreciate my presence on your outing.
うん、分かった。この格好であえて、3回目だからね。この格好でいきましょう。新しいお洋服で2人とも。よし。さてと。セーブして。ここら辺はセーブ上書きしてもいいかな。ここで次しなければいいね。よし。あ、でもう一回セーブすればいいんだ。で、ここでまた新たにもう一回セーブして、で、そしたら上書きしても大丈夫だからね。で、好みによるのでやろうけど、FF15 で見た花畑も好き。FF15 で見た花畑、どれだろう。FF15 の花畑。忘れちゃった。いや、覚えてると思うけど。よっしゃ、二人きりの時間を過ごしなよ。デートに行ってきなってことよ。
There's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
ここじゃないんだよね。ちょっと遠いけど。
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits.
あ、目持っちゃった、ジル。
In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Ah, トルガル。似ている。
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come.
ごめん。どうしても撮りたくて。
That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
写真撮りまくり。写真撮りすぎ問題。めちゃめちゃ撮った。はい。そうそう、止まるのはね、それ。青い花。青い花って言ってたの？ハグし合ってるとこ撮れた？撮れた。一瞬撮れました。おかげさまで撮れました。綺麗だね。トルガルも暇そうにしてたけど、ごめんねトルガル。よしよし、トルガルも構わないと。はい。ふわふわ、かわいい。さて、空の花の色、空の色のせいで元の色がよくわからないね。元の色と別に白だと思うんだよね。青い花って言ってたのかな。青いのもあるのかな。よし、いっぱい取れた。要は満足じゃ。これで、ジルが一緒に来てくれると思うから、ジルを誘った後はジョシュアを誘えないかな。まあ、ジョシュアたちと一緒に来ることはできるけど、何のイベントも発生しないと思う。ジョシュア一緒に来てくんないの？
Brother, I put Father's helm in your chambers. He should be with you when his vision is finally realized.
Thank you, Joshua. For everything.
Don't mention it.
一緒に来ていいよ、ジョシュア。もう。
Brother.
最後の戦い。
This is it then, brother. Indeed.
Joshua.
Of course.
はい。
His flame burns in your heart. You have but to say the word.
ジョシュア来てくれないのかな。ちょっと待って。今パーティーメンバーどうなってるんだ。全員になってる。よかったよかった。これで全員だね。よし、セーブしとこう。これでみんなでお出かけができるはず。で、これを書きして大丈夫だから。よし。前みたいな事故が起こると困るからね。青い花は、15の方か。FF15 の方。ルーナが出てくるシーンで結構、はいはい、あったね。お兄ちゃんとも、ゲンちゃんとも、そして亡くなる時も。国家だったかな、確か。ルーナの 国の国歌だったよね、確かね。青い花が。だから、結婚式の時も用意されてた気がする。
You alright?
寄せ集めの家族。
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose arse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
ガブの、ミッションももらったので、これをやっていきたいけど。手紙ね、手紙。ジルからの手紙を読もう。ガブたちはこんな状況やし、士気を上げること。そうね。まだ全部終わってから。はい。で、雪月花の冠をもらいまして、飛空点ももらいまして。どんどん集まってくる。宝探し。クライブを頼んだ、宝探しをやるために神様ぶっ倒してくれよ。少しでも宝を増やすために私はこれからもみんなが驚くようなものを作り続ける。飛空艇を飛ばせるようになるにはまだまだ時間がかかりそうだけど、こっちもいつか成し遂げてみせるからな。よろしくね。幼い頃、雪月花お二人です。雪月花を探しに2人で抜け出したのは私にとってとんでもない大冒険で、自分の気持ちに気づいた忘れられない出来事だった。だからあなたもこの思い出を覚えていてくれたのがとても嬉しかったわ。辛いことや苦しいことがあったとしても、いつもあなたが私を優しい世界に連れて行ってくれる。素敵な贈り物をありがとう。ジルちゃん、もうその時からめちゃめちゃ早い時からね、好きだったんだね。でもクライブもさ、結構好きっぽかったけど、クライブのエピソードがなかったような気もするね。ジル？
What is it, Clive? You can always tell me. For so long. So when this is over.
もうジルはアクティブだね。もうジルだって30ぐらいになってるから、それでもまだ先に進みたいということだからね。すごいアクティブ。さて、雪月花なんとなく白い花なのかななんて思えるね。まあ、雪月花というぐらいだから白いと思うね。で、ここに来て、一応セーブはするんだけど、まだもうちょっとやります。あと1個ぐらいできるかなと思っている。まあ明日月曜日なので、そんな長くはやらないんだけど、これなんだっけ？マーサの宿。あ、銀チョコボのやつか。すっかり忘れてた。 もう今もらったクエストなのに忘れてた。
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
アンプロシアのじゃダメなんですね。
Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
チョコボたちも大変だ。かわいそうだよね。怯えてて。
After it.
こんなトルガル連れてたら目立ってしょうがないよね。あれ犬じゃないのって。で、マーサのところでもなんか。
Got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night?
まだもうちょっと話を聞かないと。よいしょ。どこだっけな。アイテム買わなくちゃ。
How do? Much obliged.
黄色いチョコボも可愛いけ
Just
ど。
because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now, let's get this stall set out.
乳白色のチョコボの方が好き。可愛いよね。ちょっと特別感があって。
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars couldn't hurt me. I'm a son of Rosaria, after all. A born survivor.
みんなたくましいね。こっちだっけ？違うかな？違った。もう指導一味なことを前面にアピールしているクラウイ君。ここら辺の人たちはもう大丈夫だね。
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time.
なんで今笑われたの？なんで
Every few
笑った？
years, someone comes along claiming they've sighted a silver bow, but the truth of the matter is, there ain't no such thing. You'll find nothing but bloodflies and bandits on Rhiannon's ride. Mark my words.
ジル。よかった。みんなで。ちょっとどっかでみんなで写真撮りたいね。こっち来て。こっちこっちこっち。そうその辺でいい、その辺で。ジル、そこら辺でいいよ。どうかな。なんかちょっと移動しないとダメかも。みんなばらけちゃってて。あともう一人か。リアンノン参道と。ウシューって言ってたよね。なんか笑われたよね。なんで銀チョコボを探してるだけなのに笑われた。
Whoever's idea it was to take those bearers away to Eastpool has my thanks.
Who else would it have been but Martha? She always puts the good of the town first, that one.
よいしょ。この人たちは何も話してくれないね。
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah. Pretty blooming sinister.
まあ確かにこれも過去の遺物だからね、アルテマが1枚噛んでる可能性はあるけど、まあ便利よ、言うて。
Got a few rooms going spare now.
いないな。あれ？この中か？もうやったのにすぐ忘れるから、何回でも遊べる。
Just about surviving, are you?
ごめんね。
Give the others my regards.
今ちょっと情報収集してるから何回でも遊べるどん。いない。くそ。どこにいるんだ。ここら辺か。いたいたいたいたいた。お前やばい。はい。
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone, or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here.
よし。ここね、飛んでいけないかな。イーストプールに行って、こっから行くか。イーストプールなら飛んで、よいしょ。ここに移動すれば。ちな、アメリカやと男女問わず、パパよりもダディ呼びの方が多かったりする。なるほど。どうみんな。あれちょっとジルどこいんの？ちょっとなんでみんなそんなバラバラにいるの？そんな意味ないじゃん。そんな意味ないジル。ちょっともうちょっとこっち。そう。ちょっとね。こっち。ああ、もうちょいこっち。よし。ああ、ちょっとそっちじゃない。こっち。ああ、まあその辺でも。ちょっとトロがあるとかぶってるけど。ああ、いいね、その辺で。で、あとはみんなで、こっち向いてほしいんだよね。みんな、こっち。ちょっと、4人は難しいんだよね。これリアルな時もそうなんだけど、人数が多くなればなるほど、カメラ目線をみんながする瞬間っていうのがなかなか難しい。無理かな。こっち。こっち向いて。よし。くそ。もうとりあえず、こんな感じでいいか。もう女子は向こう向いちゃってるけど、もうしょうがない。もうジルとクライブがこっち向いてればいいでしょ。はい。ジルも目つむっちゃってるけど、目つむってる？どう？目つむっちゃってる。まあ、一旦取るか。はい。はい、もう一回ね。はい。はい。ちょっと、クライブ、今、動かないで。どう？ジル。違う、これじゃない。フォトモードでやらなくちゃいけないんだ。ジルどう？目開けてるね。トルガルはこっち向いてくれた。ジョシュアが下向いちゃってる。ジョシュア上向いててほしかったな、せめて。なぜ？もうちょい。こんな感じ。はい。ジョシュア？ダメ。難しいね。どうだ？はい。まあかな。ちょっと向こう、後ろの2名というかね、1名と1匹が向こう向いてるけど、まあ、よしとするか。はい。ちょっと煽ってね、雰囲気を、構図とかみんながバラバラに立ってるところの雰囲気をちょっとごまかしましょう。はい。いい映画撮りました。せっかくだからね、本当は後ろとかいろいろ撮りたいけど、それはもう全員では無理だから、よし行こう。ここにいることが目的じゃないからね、こっち。よし行こう。
All's well, my lord. Long may it stay that way.
移住したベアラー。うちも2人をカメラ目線にしたことあるけど、4人カメラ目線は難しすぎ。不可能じゃないかもしれないけど、めちゃめちゃ時間がかかる。ここで指導してるんだね。なるほど。よし、アンブロッシャー。アンブロッシャーを呼べば5人でいや、やめて。5 5人は無理よ。まだもうちょっと先だね。この先の廃屋だからどっかから横道にそれるはず。もうちょい。この辺か。こっちだったかな。違う、逆だ。こっちは違う。こっちじゃない。逆。こちら、ここら辺だ。こっち。いい度上げてどうする5人は無理よね。
And these look fresh. The chocobo was here, and recently. Perhaps it still is.
チョコボかわいそうだけど、やっぱり珍しい色のチョコボは人が寄るからね。
I don't hear anything.
はい。
Well, I'll be damned.
つがいかな。アンブロシアそっくり。
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
さて、昔カラーヒヨコなんてのがあったらしい。カラーヒヨコ？何それ？カラーヒヨコとはヒヨコカラーってこと？よいしょ。ヒヨコかわいいよね。永遠にヒヨコだったらさ、飼ってみたいと思うんだけど、そういうわけにいかないからね。ここね。よいしょ。で、誰だっけ？あ、ガブね。はい。
It was no trouble at all.
Still, I appreciate it. Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
はい、もうこれ以上無理だけどね。1個だけ。あとはアンブロシアで我慢して。
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
今早速ガブと仲良くなってる。
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
よし。じゃあこれを報告したら終わりにしようかな。あ、なるほどね。縁日でいろんな色のひよこが売られてたって、スプレーで色つけたってやつか。ちな、色は染めたらだから成長すると大変なことに、まあ、雨とかでね濡れちゃっても多分色は落ちるだろうね。くださいな。
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts.
はい。
Here you are.
返上品ね。
Best of luck out there, Sid.
ありがとう。はい。よいしょ。
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister, and then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
話し合った。そして酒をもらった。ガブのさ、このネックレスさ、やっぱりモーグリなんだよね。めっちゃ可愛いと思う。これも欲しい。このネックレス。さっきアップになった時見た？モーグリなんだよね。おお、見えない。日本語版どうだったかもう覚えてない。もう一回やらなきゃ。もう一回やらなきゃダメだ。
One of these days. One of these days, I swear it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
死産って怖いね。そう、死産ね。昔は死産もよくあったし、死産と一緒にお母さんも亡くなっちゃうこともあるしね。多分リトルチェル軽く嫉妬したのかな。あ、そうかも。ね、ガブとクライブのね関係も好き。もうそうね。もう兄弟だよね。
Ready for the big heave-ho, are you?
Give that bastard hell.
よし、じゃあ今日はこの辺にしておこう。まだクエストがちょっとだけ残ってるから でも次、ダメだ。こっちやんなくちゃいけないから。もう一回クエストやって、そしてラスダンかな。はい。じゃあ久しぶりにここで。こっちにしようか。はい。クリスタルと一緒に。はい。こっちがいいかな。見にくいな。いいか、ここで。クリスタル。はい。はい。ではね、今日はここまでにしておこうと思います。新衣装でね、旅をみんなでできるようになりました。よかったね。もうもうネタでしかないかもしれないけど、一周回ってかっこいい気がする。もう振り切ってる感じがするね。かっこいいよ。もう私がシドですっていう、そういう感じ。オニオンソードとね。今日も楽しかった。リスキーモブは今回挑戦なし。いや、やりますよ。リスキーモブ。S 級もなんかこう時間が中途半端なんだ時とかやりたいなと思っているので、やれたらやりたい。特にね S 級、A 級はまあいいんだけど S 級をねちょっと頑張って倒したいよね。竜のやつとかさ、あれは結構見応えがあると思うから倒すと1回か2回殺されちゃうかもしれないけど、竜をね倒したいよね。竜というかドラゴンというかね、一番私の体感でドラゴンが一番ギリギリで勝ったんだよね。前回というか前々回か。いや前回か。まだ1回しか倒してないんで、それもやりたいしね。はい。じゃあ、次は明日はやらないで火曜日やりたいので、火曜日の22時から、やっていきたいと思います。お時間合う方はぜひまた遊びに来てくれると嬉しいです。はい。では今回もご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。高評価、チャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。ではまた次回お会いしましょう。S 級は得意なアビリティの組み合わせでいいと思うよ。そうね、S 級行くときはさすがにガチガチに固めていきます。今回みたいな、今回というかね、縛りとかなく普通にやります。はい。ではおやすみなさい。またね。バイバーイ。